A couple of days ago, I was squatting in my room, which I'd brought up before, and I went down into the squat position, and both my ankles made the loudest pop I'd ever heard from them. Um, it scared me. It didn't hurt or anything. It was just a pop. But I showed some of my friends, and they were they were concerned. They started telling me, hey, I think you should start putting stretching more into your routine. And that's basically what you're seeing here. I'm stretching out the hips a lot, and there was also another stretch for ankle mobility where I was putting pressure on them, but I didn't get to record that. But I spent about 10 minutes stretching before the actual squatting started. And after the 10 minutes of stretching, that already got me to sweat. And I hadn't even done anything yet weight wise. So I was like kind of pros and consing it, like, oh, it's already wearing me down, like, oh, I'm not gonna do as much weight. But then logically I told myself, well, screw the weight. If this means you'll be able to push any weight and make sure that you're not injured, then do it. Spend those 10 minutes, 15 minutes just stretching, doing what you need to do for the hips, for the ankles, um, for the hams, all that stuff. So that's what I did. I just cut those little segments here just to see just to show you guys the majority of what I was doing in terms of hip flexion and um, for my ankles. Well, which I didn't get on camera, but either way, it felt pretty good. It felt uh, better than usual. I felt very strong today, and my plan was 5 times 5, as usual for 90 kg. But it that did not end up happening. I put on 60. It felt very light. I threw on 90, which I was assuming I'd be staying on. And I walked out with the 90, and I just told myself, let's just do singles. Let's see how far we can go. I was feeling that strong. So that's what I did. I went up by increments by 10, and I hit the PR. I hit 120 kg ATG squat uh, as a pause rep. It was a pause rep. You don't get to see me. I mean, when I'm down, as you saw in the warm up with the barbell, you don't really get to see my lower body as I'm down in the squat position, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I mean, it's as long as I know I did it, doesn't really matter to anyone else. But man, singles are fun. Singles are a lot of fun. They can be scary as hell, especially with new weight, new heavy weight. But I didn't really feel that nervous today about the 120. I'd been doing 90 for so long, and I knew I had done 110 ATG. I want to say 3, 4 months ago at least, maybe even 5. Um, so that was a while back. So 90 was fine. I knew 110 was fine ATG, but the pause rep was where I was a bit concerned. And I wanted, like I said in yesterday's video, I want to incorporate pause reps into somewhere in the workout. Well, it ended up that in this workout, every single ended up being a pause rep. Um, and it felt great, man. When I was down in the position, I felt everything stretching, and then I got to burst back up and get through the most tough position, which is basically parallel. So when I'm parallel, that's where the weight feels the heaviest. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about when I do my 120 kg squat, because that weight moved from ATG to parallel and then just stopped. And you'll see it. And then thankfully I was able to push it up all the way and get the PR done. But there was a moment there where I would have failed the rep. And I think it would have been fine. I think I know how to drop the weight safely behind me if I do fail a rep. It's more of just going back down to that ATG position and then kind of skipping forward. So it's not that big of a deal. Just makes a bit of a loud sound, but I was happy. I was really happy. I was really feeling really good. This was again another early morning session, so it could be that early session workouts, early morning sessions. I can't. I'm like mumbling my words, but morning workouts. I think those are working out for me, and I think it's because I might be lighter, because I'll only have breakfast before I'll go to the gym. But if I'll go to the gym towards the end of the day, I'll have more food in my belly. I'll feel heavier. Henceforth, if I'm pushing, like with a squat, I'm pushing more weight, technically speaking. But that's, up in the air. Um, Not sure how much that actually influences it. But I'd like to know. I'd like to figure that out. We'll see if I investigate that further, or whatever type of term I would want to use. Um, but yeah, felt good. This was basically the decider rep right here. If I felt good doing this, which I did, I was like, okay, we're gonna try 120, and we did. And there's a moment here as I'm racking off the weight where I just stare at it and go, should I really up the weight? And I do. I made the somewhat risky decision, but ended up turning out well. And this is me basically praying for my life. It was a bit scary. I don't know why I pause rep with this weight. I don't know why. I could have just simply um, done a normal squat, didn't have to sit down there with this weight on my back, and just gone straight back up afterwards. But I felt I had enough strength in me because of the 110 pause rep to pull this off as well. So I tried it. I had to try. I want to know where I was strength wise. So if I can pause rep with this 120, I want to know what I can do. Maybe 10 kg more. There it is. It's the pause. Yeah, looked shaky, but I was happy with it. Um, don't know what my normal squat, non-pause rep squat is, but I'd like to figure out. Maybe I'll try again in a month or two if I eventually up the weight from 90 to 95 or 90 to 100 on the squats. But yeah, really happy, really happy. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one.